Sulawesi's culture is that it is an amalgamation of local culture, ancestors' faith and religion from the outside. South Sulawesi's unique culture can still be seen and enjoyed in literature, ceremonies, art performances, carving as well as silk and cotton weaving. The experience is further enhanced by fascinating tropical views. The culture group of Makassar is known as one of brave people. This region has given birth to many heroes who conquered numerous kingdoms in the Nusantara archipelago with perseverance and courage. Moreover, a long time ago, the Goa Kingdom's territory included the continent Australia. The Pacarena dance is traditional to the Goa Kingdom. It is performed throughout all Mangkasari-speaking regions. Since long ago, this dance has been the royal dance that is performed by the princesses of the kingdom. Presently, the dance is performed with minor rearrangements without losing its unique qualities of gracefulness and energetic dynamic percussions. Proof of the victorious Goa Kingdom can still be seen in the Bala Lompoa Museum, located in the Royal Palace of Goa, 11 kilometers from Makassar. This museum was the replica of an old Goa Kingdom palace built in 1936. It underwent restorations between 1978 and 1980. The Bala Lompoa Museum is now the cultural center of the Goa Regency. This museum shelters historical goods as manuscripts, musical instruments, traditional costumes and also various weapons and ceremonial apparatus of the Goa Kingdom. The Kajang tribe are members of the Makassar's ethnic groups and dwell the Amatoa region. Located about 56 kilometers from the town of Bulukumba, Amatoa is a title given to the chief of this Kajang tribe that still secludes itself from modern life. These people usually wear black clothes, pants, headbands and sarongs. Their activity, besides agricultural gardening, is fabric weaving using traditional weaving tools. In this area, one can also enjoy traditional art performances of the Kajang community, like basing music for instance, which represents the expression of sorrow. Or one could listen to the traditional songs for custom celebrations, Kelong Jingga. Or witness the dance performance Pabite Pasapu, which means competition with headbands. The Bugis make up a community that is blessed with a high level of civilization and creativity, reflected in their aesthetic creations. The Bugis occupy a much wider region than most other culture groups. The Padupa dance is typical to the Bugis. It's often performed at important events like marriages and other ceremonies. The Padupa dance, in which cookies are served from a bowl called Bosara, is performed as a welcoming tradition for high-ranking visitors. The Bugis community is known for trading and sailing. History recorded several heroes, such as Arung Palaka, a Bone king whose remains are kept in the Lapawa Woi Museum. This museum also houses other artifacts from the Bone Kingdom, such as traditional kris, sculptures, the Lontara script, kingdom's uniforms, traditional costumes, photographs of all kings of Bone, including Arung Palaka's photographs. One Bugis creation is the Songkok To Bone, a hat made from the fiber of the lontar leaf. This handicraft can be found throughout the Bone Regency. Noblemen of the region usually wear this hat decorated with gold. To remember and conserve their culture, this region puts emphasis on the celebration of regional festivities that link to ritual ceremonies, including the cleaning of artifacts. Cape Palete is a popular sea tourist destination located 12 kilometers from the Wat Tampone. In a coastal area 18 kilometers from Bira Beach in Bulukumba, one finds a row of boats in various sizes, laying in between people's houses. Tanah Beru, some 24 kilometers from Bulukumba, is home to the craftsmen of the famous Finisi boat. The Finisi Nusantara is a boat handcrafted by expert boat makers from Tanah Beru. Their creativity and expertise has been passed on from generation to generation. Myth has it that it is related to the sinking and cast to shore of a ship belonging to Saweri Gading, the supernatural figure of Lagaligo. The Mandar community has a strong cultural history, consisting of many customs and tradition and its own language. They are dwelling the Mamuju and Majene regencies. Their culture does not differ too much with the Bugis and Makassaris. The Patudu Towene dance is unique to the Mandar community, often performed at royal ceremonies such as the king's inauguration or his welcoming ceremony for high-ranking guests. This dance is inspired by the devotion of the Mandar women to their leader. Silk from Mandar is well known in many places because its unique color and patterns. The fabric is produced in, among others, the Polewali Regency, the Mamasa Regency and the Majene Regency. The silk is still produced traditionally in people's houses. The Sandek is a traditional non-engine boat of the Mandar. This boat has two outriggers and can be 5 to 16 meters in length and half a meter in width. Mainly used for fishing, it also offers sea transportation between provinces. Under favorable conditions, the speed can reach 15 to 20 knots or 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. To encourage conservation of this traditional boat, the Sandek race is held annually. The culture group of Mandar had an important kingdom in the past. Remnants of this kingdom can still be seen in the graveyard complex of the Mandar kings. It's located in the Bangai district of the Majene Regency. There are many artifacts from the 14th century. The complex is an acknowledged cultural tourism object. Since long ago, the Torajanese community has been known as a deeply religious community with a strong sense of integrity, giving rise to a glorifying culture. The Toraja culture is based on agreements reached among the groups within the community. Tanah Toraja has lots of unique customs and traditions. As a result, Tanah Toraja has become one of the most famous tourist destinations of South Sulawesi and Indonesia. Tanah Toraja is visited by many domestic and international tourists that are attracted to its beautiful natural panorama and unique cultural heritage. Torajan houses are very special with their unique roof, stretching along the length and curving up at the front and back. The pillars are decorated with buffalo horns, indicating the social status of the occupants. 4 kilometers southeast of Rantepao, one finds the original Tongkanan's house with the rice barns. Here one can also visit the aristocratic graveyard hill, the hung graves and the Tau Tau, a small wooden statue, all located within 100 meters from custom houses. The burial ceremony is the pride of the Torajan tradition. Accomplished according to the social status of the deceased in society, this unique ceremony is most attractive to tourists. Toraja also has unique art and cultural attractions, such as the Pagelu dance. This dance is performed by dancers in traditional Torajan costume. The tomb of Sultan Hassanuddin is located on top of the Tamalete Hill, Katanga village, Somba Opu district, Goa Regency. Sultan Hassanuddin was king of Goa and commonly referred to as the Rooster from the East. His tomb is made from enormous stones. It lays in the vicinity of the Tomanurung rock. This was the place at which all Goanese kings were inaugurated. The graveyard of Talo Kings is an ancient burial complex located in the remains of the uniquely shaped Fort Talo. Its construction resembles a temple and the walls are decorated with beautiful Arabic calligraphy. The Lagaligo Museum, located inside Fort Ujung Pandang, is the resting place for many important historical items, such as coins, ceramics, royal artifacts, miniature Phoenici boats, traditional clothes and various other historical objects. Displaying bold Portuguese architecture, this fort was built from clay in a rectangular shape, like a 16th or 17th century European fort. During Dutch colonization, Fort Ujung Pandang became a strategic defense post. The fort was then rebuilt and renamed Fort Rotterdam. The Somba Opu fort was built in the 16th century by the 9th king of Goa, Daeng Marante Tuma Parisi Kalona. It is located 7 kilometers from Makassar and symbolizes East Indonesia's power in the nation. Inside this area, all traditional houses of every cultural group in South Sulawesi have been rebuilt. There are houses of Bugis, Makassar, Mandar, Toraja and Kajang. These are faithfully constructed to represent the unique architecture and philosophy of the respective cultural group. As center of Islamic missionary, South Sulawesi has many old mosques, among others the Katangka Mosque, the oldest mosque in South Sulawesi. This mosque is located in the Goa Regency, 16 kilometers from Makassar. There is also the unique Old Jami Mosque in the Luwu Regency. Here one can also find the tomb of Dato Patimang, the first Islamic missioner who succeeded in converting the indigenous Luwu king, Andi Patiware. The Leyang-Leyang Prehistoric Park is a potential tourist object. Located in a cluster of quartz mountains or lime hill, this park is situated on 5,498 hectares and features a cave which was dwelt in between 3000 to 8000 before Christ. The cave is marked with paintings of a jumping deer hawk and many palm prints on the cave walls. The scenic view of mountains and green hills are harmonious with the sounds of birds, and the comfortable climate make this prehistoric park a must-see attraction. In this area one can also find spring water and natural swimming pools. The park of Sumbang Pita is a prehistorical remnant of some 5,000 years. It is located 17 kilometers from the Pangkep Regency on 20 hectares of land. Batu Pake Gojeng's prehistorical park is located on the north of Sinjai, at the top of a hill 85 meters above sea level. Proof of human life as early as the Stone Age is found here. There are 11 tombs and 90 holes carved in the rock for necessities as water and rice. From the top of the hill you can clearly see part of Sinjai. Masjid Al-Markaz Al-Islami was built on a 10-hectare plot in the middle of Makassar. It is the most spectacular mosque and auditorium in Asia and the biggest mosque in eastern Indonesia. The entire floor of this mosque is made from granite, and parts of the walls are decorated with beautiful Islamic calligraphy. With its glorious size and shape, local culture and modernity, it is the pride of South Sulawesi. The mosque has 5 towers that represent the unity of Islamic values. The towers reach a height of 87 meters. The Mandala monument was built in remembrance of the spirit for struggle in Indonesia, especially the freeing of West Irian from colonialism in 1966. At the bottom of this monument, a relief reflects the struggle of the South Sulawesi. On the second floor, there is a screening or diorama of West Irian's freedom struggle. This monument has the shape of an equilateral triangle and stands 75 meters high. Paraga is a ball game whereby a group of men keep a rattan ball up in the air. It is usually accompanied by music. The Pepe Pepeka Rimaka dance is an ancient dance. During this dance, the intense concentration of the dancers allows them to be invulnerable to fire. This strength arises from the parables of God, prayers adopted from the Prophet Ibrahim. Nowadays, South Sulawesi comprises 25 regencies and 3 cities, with a total population of 7,961,000 people. The economical growth of the province is brisk, enhanced by excellent road network, telecommunications, banking and security facilities. And it has a government that is committed to its ongoing development. Come, visit South Sulawesi, enjoy the richness of its culture, relive its history. You'll be welcomed with open arms.